Hello, everyone. Happy Fur Mom Day to everyone, and thank you for joining us today. So, I thought we should discuss a little bit about what a great idea it is to have a dog in your family. And now, since it's Mother's Day and you can put your wishes on, maybe you can push the family finally to give in to your long wanted puppy. So, here are some things that I think you have to take advantage of. And you're welcome to post in the comments if you would like to add something that I missed. Hi, everyone, and thank you for watching. Happy Mother's Day for you guys. So, how are you doing today? Where are you located? So, just a heads up, it's a video blog just dedicated to you because I appreciate you, because it's very important. You're doing a great job. You're having the kids, you're having the dogs, you're having the family you take care of. Many of you, it doesn't really matter the gender. The moment you feel to be the feminine aspect on that house, the caretaker, the caregiver, that's your day, right? So let's discuss a few things that you have benefit from having a dog in your house. And if you don't have a dog house, maybe it will be a great idea to get one. I know it's spring and weather is nice and you have all these things that you want to do, but having a dog in your house makes your life so much easier. So I collected 10 things that I think would be beneficial if having a dog, besides that you're already a dog nerd. But let's look on that. So I have 10 points. So stay tuned and see if I missed something. So the first thing I want to tell you that benefits you is your health. Having a dog in your home makes you be healthier. And here is why. First of all, we know we don't go into deep issues about blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, you know, decrease triglyceride, and that's just blah blah. Basic is that you will feel healthier. Why? Because of the health benefits dogs have. Dogs are healers at some point. They can be healers, teachers, or companions. But most of those dogs can be likely healers in one way or the other. Their presence calms you down. You feel, you know, cared for. You feel protected. All these aspects makes you just feel better, and feeling better makes you be healthier. And of course, you have these other aspects that you have to take your dog out for a walk, which gives you exercise. You get into oxygen, you have to bend over, pick up the poop, you get a little bit of a gymnastic by with that, right? You can do qigong with your dog. Yeah, believe me, you can do qigong to slow movements, with your dog, and your dog is like, okay. And I've seen so many people get actually have blog posts doing YouTube videos yoga with their dogs. There you go. You got to get paid for doing something that you like, putting your health together with your dog or your pet in general, right? So one other thing that goes with that together is actually that you are being fit. You know how many people believe that having a dog is just boring? Take your dog out for a walk. You can play in the yard. You can do all these funny things with your dog, fetching. It can help you out with the garden. You just don't be alone. How many times are we being outside doing basically nothing because we are bored reading a book, but it really doesn't give you anything to be active? You can take your dog out for jogging. You can take a longer walk with your dog, and you don't really do it for your dog, right? No, you just do it for yourself, right? Because you love yourself, and your dog is just part of that. And the other thing that happens here is, and no offense, I'm not telling it, some people love to regulate their body weight. A little bit holidays here, a little bit holidays there, want to burn off a little bit extra stuff. Well, here you go. You have your dog and you take your dog out for a walk, which is perfect. You have kind of like that excuse, I can eat a little bit more, but I have to take my dog a little bit longer. I can, check out how long I walk. And some people have all these step counters, so you take your dog out for a walk and measure your step. You're not going back home before you have like your 20,000 steps behind you, and your dog is like, great mom, I really love you. So all these things come together. It's actually fun. You have all these fancy gear. You have the harnesses for the dogs. You can have your water bottles with you. You really can do a big thing. You can take your car, drive somewhere, leave the family behind. Take out the you time, you and your dog time. So take your dog, close the house, make sure the kids are taken care of. Your husband will find out a way, and you hit the road. Go to a national park. So what? You leave in the morning, come back in the afternoon. You have your dog. You don't need to worry about stuff, right? Who dares approaching a lady who has a dog? Especially if your dog is over 30, 40 pounds, he can be really protective over you. So here you go. The other thing that happens is you can improve your social life. I met my wife through dogs. So I'm a dog trainer. My wife is a healer. Um, I was doing a trip in Arizona, so I was checking in to see if I can put some sessions together. And a friend recommended me to friend request my wife. Back then, I didn't know that she would be my wife, obviously. And yeah, that's how we met. So dogs can become a key factor to your social life. You can have similar minded people. I know people who judge their friends of how they behave with their dogs and their pets. Well, we have a statistic that says that people who are not treating their animals well are most likely to don't feel treating their people either. So, kind of, sort of, that would be a good judgment here. But you know what? People are smart about that too. They kind of pretend to be so nice with your dogs, but your dogs sometimes pick up on that. So you can get a feedback. Why not? The other thing that science confirms is actually that it helps you reduce stress. And you know neurochemicals, oxytocins, blah blah blah. You don't go into most details. The rule of that is that having a dog who sends you such a comfort energy, and dogs are really grounding animals, it really helps you ground. Now here's the thing: healthy food, healthy exercise keeps the dog even more grounded. So if you do the previous, like, have an active life with your dog, and helping being healthy feeding, will your dog be more likely to ground you and reduce your stress than you would do alone? Because dogs who are not healthy, dogs who have belly aches and the food that they see, they have allergies, you don't want to pet them, they don't like it, they walk away, that stresses you out. That's not a good way to go. So to help your dog reduce your stress, your dog needs to be healthy as well. So it's kind of like give and take. You kind of two-way communication. So again, for you guys, happy Mom 4 Day, and I really appreciate you for being here. So that session is for you and your dog relationship. I know you're a people's mom too, but that's not. Dogs are just awesome. So that reduces the stress. And so number 6 that I have on my list is add meaning and purpose. I know so many people who would not be in their life anymore if it wouldn't be for their dogs. Elder people, people who have retired, and their husband died, and they were like, "Oh, what should I do now?" And all of a sudden you have a dog on your lap, and you're like, "Man, I'm so glad I have you." And I know people who open up their homes for other rescues and fosters and become very, very well um, foster people and have great success with that. And you're doing a big thing here, taking care of animals that are in need, like you would be in need back in time. And all of a sudden, you create this synergistic healing process and give your life a purpose if you don't have already a purpose. But it's an additional good purpose. We're not talking about karma here, but yeah, it comes together, right? Everything. One other thing that I see people who have dogs is they usually are not depressed. I had a case back in Florida a couple of years back where the person called me and he said his dog is aggressive and is biting him all the time. And after the conversation, we had this 1 hour consultation and online consultation, and we found out that this dog was basically biting that person every time the person got depressed. So from the point that the person wanted to surrender the dog to the shelter or to a rescue, he ended up keeping the dog as his emotional alert dog. And he's like, oh my God, I never thought of that. Every time I get depressed because this person was on medication and he liked the medication because he gained weight, so he tried to self-regulate himself. The person was on the computer a very long time during the day, and the dog, every time that person felt in the depression mode, the dog would start barking and taking care of the person, wanting to get him out of that room. And then we discussed, like, you know what, every time your dog feels nervous about things and he's just mouthing your hands, take that time out, close your computer, go outside, take your dog out for a walk. That was it, right? Do I miss anything? How about you put your comments and I can read your comments. If you have any questions, my coffee, my breakfast coffee, by the way. So happy Mother's Day to you guys. And we're discussing the 10 benefits that are for you, and you can take it as an excuse to get a dog. So one other thing that I see is that later on, we said in the past that um, people who had dogs are less likely to have allergies, not for themselves, but from the children, because dogs sell in the yard, and it's kind of like microdosing anti-allergen. It's kind of like your dog being, let's say, homeopathic treatment, kind of, sort of. But yeah, people come up with um, these ideas of and studies to study how this affects. I have to read here something because I found it that was very interesting. The research shows just the opposite is true. Dogs and cats actually lower a child's chances of becoming allergic to pets up to 33%, according to a 2004 study in the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology. So it's a side effect. So if you have your kids and your grandkids come home and your parents like, oh, this dog is shedding, it's gonna get allergies. Nope. There's a 2004 study tells you exactly the opposite. You know what? Back in time, kids and dogs, that's were the best friends. I know families that never had other friends other than the dogs. we don't say any names here, right? I don't have allergies. I guess I do. But since I moved in US, I have allergies. I didn't have allergies in Europe. So one other thing that I notice, it reduces the doctor visits. Yeah, having a dog makes you less often go to the doctors. And again, there is a study. Let me read it here. A study in Journal of Personal and Social Psychology established that animal owning seniors on Medicare reported fewer doctor contacts over the 1 year period than respondents who did not own pets. Well, I understand. You will tell me, you know what, my dog has separation anxiety and I cannot go to the doctor. Come on, give me a break. That's not an excuse. But you know what? People less likely go to the doctors because, being depressed, having emotional issues, some people suffer from trauma. Those dogs help release the trauma. And if you don't have trauma, you don't have blockages. And those blockages don't create illness. And illness doesn't get you to the vet. And you're out of it. So you definitely need a dog. Now, let me point something out. Sometimes you think we don't have enough dogs. Think about that. Think about the option that you eventually don't need another friend other than your dog. Just a thought, just checking. Because I'm just saying, but if you never go to the doctor will never tell you that you're sick. So you don't need to believe it. And some doctors come up with strange ideas. You need to be proactive. You never know what's gonna happen. Blah blah blah, and it's wishful thinking. You get depressed because you're getting old, and forget about it. You can have more dogs. Theoretically speaking, if one dog can help you reduce the doctor's visit, how would it feel like having like three dogs. Just saying, And believe me, I know people who say they don't fit another dog. That was a couple of years back, and then they got the second dog and a third dog and a fifth dog, and all of a sudden they still had room for one foster dog. So, there's always, dogs don't actually take so much space, considering. Like, how much does a dog need space? Usually they roll up together, kind of crumpled up on your bed. They fit on your pillow. How many pillows do you fit in your house? So, yeah, I see that. So, one other thing that I notice working with so many years with clients, it actually helps people battle disease and injury. This this willing to stay alive for the dog's sake. It's an amazing magic happening. I had a client. Um, I have this client that I worked. It was in oh, I don't remember which state that was. So she had three dogs. The one was a medical alert dog, the other one was an emotional support dog, and the other one was a pain alert dog. So she had three dogs, both all of them were mastiffs. And the magic was that she trained her own dogs. She had a couple of difficulties, and that's why we got together. We kind of started discussing different options and versions to kind of address few things. But I think the reason why she got herself up every morning, getting in her this cart, this electric cart, she would take her dog out for a walk. And I was like, man, I didn't take my dogs out for a walk today. Oops. And she's there every day. And I was really, overwhelmed with her abilities to really take this to the next level. So yeah, it helps you survive. And I know 100% that if this person would not have the dogs, she would die many years earlier. Yeah, she passed away. But I think we should keep that in mind. Okay. So one other thing that I recognize as we speak today, that we had a couple of days ago a conversation, is that people who have pets and live in a domestic violence are better off with pets or with dogs than without. And also children who are going through a divorce with their parents. Having a dog is a good thing to happen. It's always a backup plan. The dog is always there for the child, and you need to consider that. So how about you? I mean, really? I mean, it's a for you session. So all I gave you is all these options to have an excuse or confirmation to tell your family, hey, guys, I need a dog. Like, give me a break. First of all, it improves my health. Second, it keeps me fit and active. Third, I have a perfect body. Okay? Fourth, improves your social life. I'm not saying about dating. Okay? Then it reduces your stress. It means gives you meaning and purpose beside doing the homework and the kids. It just gives you a purpose for yourself and somebody that you really care for. It helps you stuff down depression. It helps your grandkids. It's an excuse, having grandkids. You need a dog. How empty a house is if your kids walk away and then they own their own family, and you're like, oh my god, I miss my kids. Hmm, get me more dogs. It's a children replacement. How many people have dogs as many kids they have? Really, they do. So the other thing that also does, it reduces the doctor visits. We have proof of that. So there's a study again that actually confirmed it, that Medicare, people who are Medicare and have dogs, will less likely go to the doctors because of their dogs that make them healthier. So yeah, insurance should pay for it. Why not? Insurance should pay for you to have a dog because they save money. I don't know how much, but you know what? They should give you health insurance for your dog for free. How about that? That's a good fair trade. People are more expensive than pets, right? Plus, it helps you battle disease and injury. Really, it happens. Now, what do you think? What do you think? made a difference to you having a dog that I didn't mention? Did I miss anything? And if so, tell me a little bit about your story. Maybe you put it in the comments. I would love to read about it. I would love to read how your dog changed your life, how your dog made you be a different person. Because I didn't want to put that it changes your character. I'm not judging you, but it changed mine. Since I'm working with dogs, I do feel I'm a better person. I had anger issues, really bad. I had anxiety issues. I have ADD, and it helped me. It helped me become more responsible. And I know people who get dogs for their kids because they believe is a good way to educate the children about responsibility. Sometimes they overkill it. Oh, I need some more coffee. Teaching them responsibilities. And by the end of the story, children who grew up with dogs are healthier socially because they learn how to express their emotions. Dogs respond to emotions. So I can make you a whole list, but how about you? How about you put it in the comments and let me know how you feel about it? Why not? Why not sharing your experience? I'm just curious. Why am I talking alone here, guys? So, oh, by the way, I so appreciate um, some some people messaged me in private and told me, I really like listening to your shows, and I'm not the show person. I just like to share with you guys what I experience. And one person said, I so appreciate you because even if I don't have a dog and I don't have a pet, I like listening to it. And now some other person told me, you know what? I was thinking about getting a pet, but now I want one. Because A, what you share makes sense, and B, you make things sound so easy. I don't want it to sound so easy. It is easy if you just have to have your common sense on. And it's Mother's Day. It's a day for you. Think about it. What do I want to change in my life? I have one dog, maybe I want a second one. My husband is out of the house. Now I want to look at my life. I want to become more social. I want a dog to be social. And if you go to a shelter and you want to pick up a dog, and there are hundreds of dogs out there, I can give you kind of a list of 10, 15 shelters, no matter where you are in the country. I can give you a couple of good connections with rescues to get a dog that fits your lifestyle, fits your social ideas, and fits your 5-year plan because all these things matter. So if you have a dog and you want to change your life and you say, you know what, it's Mother's Day today, I got the kids out, it's my first Mother's Day alone, you know what, I'm going to make something out of it. I make decisions. I get a camper. Okay, I'll tell you my truth here. I'm not in a house. I'm in my RV. It's just a backsplash. So yeah, get an RV. Get your dog in there. Get 2 dogs. Get 3 dogs in there, and tour the country. Jesus, what's wrong with it? Nothing. You can do that. Why not? Getting outside and um, get your get your dog out there and show him his world. If you got a dog from a shelter, never seen life before, get him out there. You can do it. How many times have you said, I want to go to Niagara Falls? I've never been there. I never been there. It was very close, and I left from there. If you are in Arizona, you can go down in the desert, spend a couple of nights in the desert, see actually the stars. How about that? And have your dog in there, small campfire where you can go nice places. Texas, you can go to Texas, go to Austin. You don't need to go to people. There's so many places there. Really. Where else have I been? In Connecticut, East Coast. Take I. What is there? I-50. No, I missed it. 15. I think it's 15. Wow. I-5. Go figure. I don't remember the highway. Anyway, take the East Coast all the way up from Maine all the way down, and just tour the country. What's wrong with it? You can do all these things. You don't need to go into bars. Have your dog. Make pause. If you drive with your car, if you drive with your van or RV down the coast, and you stop every 5 hours or every 3 hours, take a snack, take your dog out for a walk, you have no idea how healthy that is, right? You don't know, you're not under time pressure. You do what you want. So I really would like to see your comments. Are you guys commenting here, or it's just me who don't see it? Let me check. Maybe you guys left comments and I don't see them. My apologies. No, you actually don't comment. Uh, okay, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share with you my wishes for a happy Mother's Day and whenever you are in this world. And I would love eventually if you watch that video later, maybe you add your 5 comments on it and we have a kind of after chat after that. I know some people don't have time in the morning because they have these people around. Mom, I need this, mom. Hey guys, I have freaking Mother's Day. Where is my coffee? Where is my cake? Why do I need to wash the dishes? Why do I need to empty the dishwasher? Come on, clean up. Make me feel different. That kind of things. Good. So, that's it. Thanks for watching. Oh, we have a comment. Who's that? Exactly, right? I feel because of Lulu, you get more outings. That's important. Keeps you healthy. If you guys want those, I actually looked up and I collected those information for you. If you want, just message me. I'll send you that link so you can read about it. So it was really nice having you here today. Happy Mother's Day for Mother's Day too, and looking forward to see you next time. So next time on next Saturday, 10 o'clock, we have our behavior coffee round, like with our coffee, and yeah, we're gonna talk. So thank you again for watching, and happy Mother's Day again, and stay healthy with your dog. Bye bye.